Thanks for tuning into my channel, Kevin the Wizard. I am a huge MLB fan. I've been playing since '06. I was very excited for MLB 21, featuring the custom stadiums and the custom teams from last year. And I have some things for my wish list for next year for those custom teams and those custom stadiums, because I'm a huge franchise player. It's all I play. So let's get into it. These are my top 12 improvements I would like to see in the next iteration of the game. And if you like this content, please drop a like down below. It helps YouTube know that you like the content, and that's good for me as well. So thanks for stopping by. Let's get into it. Distances on the foul poles. I kind of assumed this would be in the game when you made the walls for your game. I kind of thought it would be a default option for the walls to list, say, 400 feet on the wall right when you put it. So that's the first thing. Number two, and you gotta have this already, I can't believe they didn't have it, you gotta have nighttime for custom stadiums. How are we only playing during the daytime? It makes no sense. A lot of people are very mad about that. I'm sure they will have that in the next one because it seems like just the obvious move. Gotta have it. Number three, I know a lot of people are mad about this too. You gotta be able to move the bullpens. You can't have these stagnant bullpens. Not everybody wants them there. I want to be able to move it to the outfield, and you know what? The players come from the outfield anyway. You see their animation, they come in from the outfield even though the bullpen is off to the left or the right. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's kind of immersion breaking, and that's why it's got to be fixed in the next one. The next one on the list, I was really hoping to see this in this year, so I'm really hoping to see it next year now, and that is default markings on the uniforms for custom teams. You know, like the Nike or, you know, the flag thing they got on the hat. I just want them to be default so you don't have to fake it with the fake symbols. And also, you know, they have it on the pants too. They have the Nike check on the pants in real life, but in the game, you can't even do it. So that's the next thing. All right, number 5 on the list, bam. I want to see in custom stadiums the home run items, i.e. the apple from the Mets stadium, or you know, the train, or whatever else that says it's triggered by home runs. Like, even when you put it in the stadium, it's called home run apple. I want them to be triggered when the home team hits a home run. It's dumb that they don't, because it's called in the file home run apple, and it pops up in Mets field when they hit a home run. And I want the same thing to happen when it happens in my field with my custom team with the Wizards. And it's kind of immersion breaking, because why would I have this in my stadium if it's not triggered by home runs? It makes no sense. It's got to happen in the next one. The next thing on the list is logos on the socks. I mean, you play any major league team and you see they got their own custom logo on their sock. It says SD or LA or whatever, but I want to be able to upload my own custom design, i.e. the one I have on the hats, LV in my case for Las Vegas, for Wizards, and I want to be able to have the LV on my sock because it just looks cool, and it's what the real teams do, and I want my team to be as real as possible. And that goes into the next one. The next one stems off of that one because it goes into more of custom teams, and that is, I want to see patches on the sleeves of the custom teams, like this. The Padres got this. Every single team has some sort of patch on their sleeve. And for the custom teams, for some reason, the only thing you can do is have the number on the sleeve, and nobody does that. I don't want that. I want to be able to put a patch on the sleeve regardless. Maybe it could just be the logo, you know, maybe it could be some sort of icon. Anything on the sleeve would really be great. And that's what I would love to see in the next iteration of the show. Another thing that's just overlooked by the team, I guess, in custom stadiums, I want my logo, in my case the LV, I want to be able to put that on the pitcher's mound in the stadium. As a matter of fact, that should be kind of default because everybody has that. Well, now in real life, it's kind of, they've moved to doing ads, but you know, some people still have their logos, and I want it to be, well, maybe even an ad or the logo. I want to be able to choose, put it on the pitcher's mound. Let's go. All right, number 9 on the list is another thing that I expected them to have in this iteration of the show, but they did not. It goes back to custom teams, and I want to have an alt jersey or alt jerseys for my custom team. Why does my custom team only have a home jersey and an away jersey and no alt jersey? It makes no sense. Every team has an alt jersey and other iterations of their previous jerseys, so why do we only get 2? Don't know. Number 10 on the list is I want to be able to put advertisements or scoreboards onto the walls. In real life, that's what happens. They have ads all over the walls, on like every inch of the walls. I just want to be able to put like a couple. So you gotta have some basic ability to put things on the wall. I understand having restrictions because you can't go crazy, because you can't cheese the game, but if you just put an ad right on the wall, it can be part of the wall. You can have things that are like just add-ons to the wall. You can program it easily. I really hope to see it in the next version of the show. Number 11 is more grass patterns. Why are there only a handful of grass patterns? It makes no sense. I've seen so many elaborate grass patterns on fields, both in real life and in other versions, I feel like, of the show, or at least other video games. And I want to be able to have just more patterns, you know? I mean, it's not that hard. The 12th and final thing on the list is I want, in the next iteration of the show, for custom stadiums, when you build something and you have like a porch or something, I want to be able to populate fans. Maybe in the drop-down menu of, you know, things you can choose. Maybe you can even just choose to have like a group of people, and you could put those group of people wherever you want. It makes sense to me. And, you know, if you have something like Aloha Joe's and it has seats and the seats are empty, it makes no sense. I want to see people just sitting at those seats and just eating, just doing something. You know, it's kind of immersion breaking having nobody at the restaurants or anything. And that's about it. That is everything I would like to see in the next iteration of the show. This comes exactly 1 month after the show's release, and you know, these hypothetically could be patches in MLB 21, but I just don't see it happening. I've been a fan for a long enough time that I know this takes time and effort, so I'm really hoping to see it in the next iteration of the show. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you liked it, please hit the like button down below, subscribe and ring the bell, and check out some Wizards baseball. I'll see ya around. Okay, bye.